World War I, which erupted in 1914, was not merely a battle of arms but a consequence of deeply rooted societal dynamics. At the heart of this monumental conflict was a fervent nationalism that coursed through the veins of nations. Every ethnic group harbored a desire for self-determination, particularly in the Balkans, where Slavic peoples yearned to break the chains of Austro-Hungarian and Ottoman dominance. The simmering tensions reached a boiling point with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, a stark illustration of how nationalism could ignite a global conflagration. This fervor not only fueled independence movements but also instigated rivalries that would soon engulf Europe in chaos. As nations layered their ambitions with the doctrine of imperialism, the quest for colonies morphed into a corrosive rivalry. The appetite for expansion was voracious in countries like Britain, France, and Germany, who vied for control over territories in Africa, Asia, and the Pacific. Each colonization effort stoked the flames of distrust among European powers, leading to a palpable tension that hung over the continent like a storm cloud. As allies and adversaries squared off in their ambitious races, the fragile peace began to fracture. The pursuit of global supremacy became a common thread, weaving an intricate pattern that ultimately foretold impending doom. Compounding these factors was the overwhelming mentality of militarism, which swept across Europe during the early 20th century. Nations, particularly Germany and Britain, embarked on an arms race, their arsenals swelling with menacing weaponry. With each new battleship launched and every soldier recruited, fear and suspicion seeped into the contours of diplomacy. The looming specter of conflict transformed negotiation efforts into exercises of futility. The road to peace became a secluded path seldom traveled. As military might was exalted, the notion that war was inevitable morphed from a haunting belief into a grim reality. Lastly, the intricate alliance system forged a complicated web that ensnared nations into a collective fate. The Triple Entente and Triple Alliance, bastions of mutual protection, ultimately became harbingers of widespread warfare. With merely a declaration of war from Austria-Hungary on Serbia, the chain reaction began, pulling nations into a maelstrom of conflict. The very alliances meant to secure peace instead catalyzed a world war, illustrating how intertwined fates can lead to catastrophic consequences when nationalism, imperialism, militarism, and alliances collide.